Secunda has the 1973 oil crisis to thank for its existence. As a result of this crisis, Secunda was founded to make South Africa less dependent on the importation of crude oil, and there was skepticism that an industry, such as Sasol Syn-fuels, would form part of the plans after Sasol One, which was formed in the 1950s. Secunda, derived from the Latin word secondi, meaning second, was named for being the second Sasol extraction refinery, producing oil from coal after Sasolburg, some 140 kilometers to the west. Coal being the key ingredient for the industrial process, the strategic location of the town was built amidst the coalfields in the Mpumalanga province of South Africa. 4 coal mines, namely Brandspruit, Middelbult, Bosjesspruit, and Twistdraai, form the largest underground coal mining complex in South Africa, and supplies approximately 37.3 million tons of coal annually to Sasol Synthetic Fuels. Sasol 2 opened on the 1st of March 1980, and Sasol 3 began production on the 10th of May 1982, also known as Secunda CTL, which is the largest coal liquefaction plant in the world, producing synthetic fuel, diesel, and related fuels and petrochemicals from coal gasification. A further 2 mines were added to the mix. Mpumalanga in 2014, and Shundoni in 2015, were opened to aid the demand of a third of the country's coal for the project. Secunda Syn-fuels Operations is a division of Sasol South Africa Limited, previously known as Sasol 2 and Sasol 3, are large industrial refineries which dominate the Secunda landscape. During 1974, Sasol Transvaal Townships Limited, a subsidiary company of Sasol Limited, was instructed to establish and develop Secunda. After the site for the Sasol complex had been identified, it had to be decided whether to combine the existing towns of Evander and Trichard. The huge burden of this nature would come at great financial costs and administrative resources of the already established communities, as well as the tempo at which such development should proceed, and the decision was made to absorb Trichard into Secunda. And Evander would remain a separate and independent town. On the 28th of June 1976, the first town area was proclaimed, and saw the first resident of Secunda moving in. In 1980, one of the many refineries at the respective plants was the target of two attempted bombings by the African National Congress. The first unsuccessful bombing occurred in 1980, and the second, partly successful bombing, a few years later. Patrick Chameso was wrongly accused of the first bombing attempt, and as a result of his arrest and torture, he became an ANC activist, and he was instrumental in carrying out the second bombing, as part of the ANC's campaign of attacks on South African industrial facilities. And this was recounted in the film named Catch a Fire, which was released in 2006. When Secunda was established, the streetscape layout of the town was unique in that the residential quarter cells were laid out within bordered major routes and green strips, which only permitted internal traffic within the cells, making access to schools. the central business district, and the suburban shopping centers along the green strips easier and quicker for pedestrians and cyclists alike, as these were free from vehicles. Today, the architecture landscape around Secunda has distinctive features with its massive cooling towers, high chimneys and the steel structures, unique to the South African oil from coal industry. The highest structures in Secunda are the four 301-meter-high chimney stacks with its refractory brick-lined concrete floor, measuring 4.6 meters each in diameter at the Sasol 3 plant. The chimney was constructed by Concor as part of a contract to construct the Sasol 3 steam plant with Hochtief, and is one of the tallest freestanding structures in the Southern Hemisphere. The town, covering an area of 173.71 square kilometers, has approximately 40,198 inhabitants, excluding the estimated 118,889 people living in a nearby township named Mpumalanga, meaning pretty flower. The town experienced significant growth during the 1990s and the early 2000s as a result of the expansions at the Sasol complexes. Other interesting facts about Secunda is that in February 1977, the first library was opened in the kitchen, lounge, and dining rooms of a house in Denny-Theron Street. A bi-weekly clinic service, manned through the Transvaal Council for Non-Urban Areas, was also run from the same house until 1978, where after a full-time service with permanent personnel was established. Other important occasions were the opening of the Secunda Sports Stadium on the 1st of February 1986, and the opening of the Johannes Stegman Theatre by Sasol Limited on the 6th of August of the same year. On the 11th of November 1987, a modern library was opened and was named the Jan Coertzen Public Library and has an auditorium with conference facilities. In 1994, the community centre was completed and named after Reverend Caspar Breet. The Secunda Mall was opened in late 2013, hosting a cinema complex, various restaurants and national chain stores. A fitness centre owned by Sasol still operates in the centre of the business district and is open to the public. Waterfront next to the sports stadium also has entertainment, various restaurants, and bars. Graceland Casino is one of the most attractive casinos and hotels in the region, based on Elvis and the American culture, is designed for both business and leisure travel, offering visitors entertainment, whether at the top golf course, at the casino, though live shows, world-class conference centers or luxury accommodation. Thank you for watching. We would greatly appreciate giving this video a like, and subscribe to our channel, which will help us bring you new videos.